Black souls, black souls. They touring the black souls. Black souls. Black souls. They touring the black souls. Black souls. Black souls. Ain't touring the black souls.
What up?
Hello.
Welcome to Black Sauce. Miss A. Nicole is not present today, so me and Miss Modestine are going to hold it down. I am El Cash.
And I am Modestine. How's everybody doing?
Oh, excuse me, you know I got to get my sip out.
And we have some audience members who like to come and be introduced on live.
Come on
so we're going to
over,
take this time before we get started.
You all heavy-footed. Come around the back.
You guys remember Coco, the honor roll student.
So they can see. It's Coco, and this is my niece, Nevaeh, a.k.a. Pooh.
Right here.
Coco, you got to lean over to your right.
Lean towards me.
Bow, there you go. You see yourself? Look at the screen. Look right there. You see?
Say hey.
Say hi.
Yes. Oh, we got two honor roll students in the
They
house.
both got honor roll. I'm trying to raise the kids right. All right, now y'all go sit down.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Coco done got comfortable over here. Tell people to sit down.
Go sit down, man. Eat them chips and stuff. Be capable. All right, you breaking stuff. Go ahead. That's my rock. Bye bye. You know.
No free advertisement.
No free advertising. Listen, no Diddy. No.
So you know Nicole's not here, so we scumming it. We got a cup from the deli over here, and I am drinking out of my sweetheart glass I stole from his house.
Yeah, they charged me an extra 5 cents, so they gave me a free cup.
Yes.
But you know what's in there. But either way, today we are
drinking.
going to talk about every day we drinking. Every day we drinking. But listen, we're going to talk about the history of sexual assault in Hollywood and in America in general. We're going to talk about these white folks that we be inviting to the cookout that be saying nigga all casually, you know, because some of us give them a pass, and we're going to discuss whether that's okay.
And we're going to talk about the new Black Princess. Yes.
Yes. And they hating on Prince Harry, but he like the chocolate.
Yeah.
He like the chocolate.
The only thing she missing is a black chocolate kid from out of wedlock. Oh, well, that would have won me over.
That's coming. That's coming.
Oh, chocolate drop.
So what you think about all these allegations in Hollywood about the sexual assaults? And all the white people is coming out now.
So I like to say that sexual assault or sexual advances is prevalent in the workplace as a female. Yeah. And I think that men set the culture for it, and it's a lot of women who's willing to do this. But Lil' Kim said a lot of people suck cock to get to the top. But I spit 100% in every line I drop. So hearing that at a young age, I knew I wasn't going to suck cock to get to the top. And it shadows of women who take their professional serious, who in everyday grad school writing, hoping, wishing, you know, looking for a break, but not willing to sell their body for it. Because once you put a price tag on it, it's no longer priceless. I think it's easy. It's easy. You know, women try to get to the top, and, you know, it's a glass ceiling. We try to break through the glass ceiling, and sometimes the only way we can break through the glass ceiling is laying down. But we got to be stronger than that, ladies. We got to be stronger than that. And I think circumstances prohibit some people from saying it. You know, like, you got to wait this out. I mean, like, a couple years back, I was made some sexual advances. A male made some sexual advances to me at work. I didn't immediately tell. I pondered over it for like a couple of hours. Was I gonna tell? how do I tell? And when I tell, what kind of reception will I get? Because I got to feed my daughter, and that weighs on me. That's the reason why I wake up. The reason why I do what I do is because I got to feed my daughter. And I weigh that like, do I let him go and don't say anything about it? Or do I risk telling somebody else and then I become a troublemaker and I lose my job? Fortunately for me, I told and the dude lost his job. And that's the blessing, but it don't always come out like that. It don't always be that way. And I think this new trend of Hollywood, it's every day. It's just finally catching up with them.
Yeah.
This is every day. Every day on the grind, whether you work at McDonald's and somebody brush past you, you don't unwelcome brush pass, or whether you work anywhere and somebody makes comment about your body. Your body is your body. It's been the temple that God has given you, and your assets are your assets, and there's no way you can cover it up. There's time you sit in the room and you change your clothes 3 or 4 times to make sure it's appropriate, and as soon as you get to work, someone says something inappropriate to you. We got to stop taking the blame for it. It doesn't matter how a woman's dressed. That should not be a place in the work environment, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely not a new thing. And power corrupts. There are a lot of men in power, positions of power, so they use that to their advantage. And it's been going on in Hollywood for a very, very long time, and people are just coming out and speaking about it now. What's not talked about is sexual harassment of men in the workplace, and that happens too. You know what I mean?
Listen, I have a friend who harassed men. I have a friend who's been pulled in the office and talked to about harassing men. I've been a fly on the wall when we went to a cookout and she harassed somebody at her job. It's an uncomfortable feeling regardless, men or women, but I see why men, somebody volunteering to give you a head. Women don't understand no.
Man, I had a job at a bank, and my head teller used to casually brush past my manhood and act like it was an accident. And I told on her, and I almost got fired. It was a whole mess, but it's really frowned upon for men to say anything like.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this in my personal life. We were talking about this sexual harassment, and we was talking about a time that we went out on a date. And he wasn't feeling well, and somehow I couldn't. I was under the influence of alcohol, I must admit. Was one of our demise of our relationship early on. But he kept saying his tooth was hurting me. His tooth was hurting me, and I kept saying, "But the head is gonna be good." Repeatedly, over and over and over again. He was like, "But you didn't get it. Like, you didn't hear what I was saying." And I was like. And as I think about it now, I was like, no. Since when you tell me no? And most women think about that. Since when you gonna tell me no? What man gonna turn this down? And we think like that, but that's unfair to men. I think that who has moral issues or who's in a relationship, and we think once we offer it, it means you have to accept. I think the same thing goes with men of power. Once we offer you the door, and this is the door you can open to get to the success you want to get, how you gonna turn that down?
How you say no now? You done sold yourself to the devil now. How
you done put a price on that unpriceable goods, child.
But yeah, and like you said, a lot of people don't want to say nothing because that could ruin your career. Like, they could close a lot of doors for you that would have been open if you just, went with it. So
again, Lil Kim said
catch-22. Yeah.
Also, and then also being in a real committed relationship, I like to know how the hell you gonna come home and tell me you lost your job for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
How the hell you go home to your wife and be like, yeah, so I got fired today, and we get all like they got budget cuts and we cutting you because of finances. I got your back, boo. But you come in this house and tell me you lost your job for sexual harassment? That's humiliating to me. Like, everybody knows you harass them, and they're thinking there's something you're not getting at home, and you're getting it at home, and still you addicted to this?
But what if it happened the opposite way? You come home, you lost your job, and you find out it's because he wouldn't sleep with his supervisor.
I got
and
your
they
back.
Fired his ass.
I got this on my back. I got the light bill. All of that might be a month behind, but it won't get cut off because I got it on my back. But if you come home and tell me you lost your job because you harassed somebody else inappropriately, this is an inappropriate relationship. We don't hide anything. We cut cards. We tell the truth no matter what. And if you feeling somebody else, just tell me, and I know my place. I know that I'm not that woman to compete to the next woman. If you find you someone else, I know the exit sign, and I'll take it. I mean, I might not want to take it, but I'll take it. But you don't do that. You don't tell me. You don't lead me blindly, or you don't rate me of my decision making skills. You don't keep telling me you love me and then go to your job and do something else. If you love me, you respect me. You obey me.
Look at her with this obey.
I love the word obey. You obey me. You obey me, and you obey me in you don't cheat on me. You don't make no sexual advances at nobody, and you don't accept no sexual advances towards you. Like I'm only asking what I'm given.
Let's talk about this level of obedience
Obey.
that you expect.
Nothing better than an obedient man. Every woman knows that.
What is an obedient man, Monstein? Please break this down to everybody.
I mean, like, so everybody comes in a relationship with non-negotiables, things that you're not going to negotiate. You're not going to negotiate over. Like, yo, I come in a relationship. I'm not for that cheating. I'm just not. I think it takes a lot of lying to get there. I think it takes a lot of selfishness to get there. That's just a non-negotiable for me. Another non-negotiable is flirting with another woman. That leads to bad behavior. All of that leads to bad behavior, but that cheating for me, and it comes in different forms. I'm not talking about you got to actually lay down and do with somebody, but I'm talking about you're flirting, you're giving somebody your attention, you're texting, you're emailing, you doing all these things that if I was present, you wouldn't do.
Okay.
Those are non-negotiables for me. And if you love me, you will obey those wishes for me. So I love an obedient man who obeys my wishes, who obey my wishes.
Okay. An obedient man.
Yeah. And I know people frown upon the word obedient. I choose it for a reason. I like it. Obedient. I love an obedient
It sounds
man.
good, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to let you
love
lead
an obedient
me.
woman, yes. Nothing like an obedient woman. Tell her, don't do that, boo. And she's like, okay, Dad.
Oh, I do it.
Yes, that's what I like.
I listen. I mean, I'm obedient too. You know what I mean? I can't ask for something from somebody that I'm not willing to do. I obey. Don't do this. All right, I got you. I ain't going to do this no more. Sorry.
Be obedient.
Stay obedient.
Stay obedient. Obey.
I hold my head down when men approach me.
No, not look.
I'm not available. But I do think I think it's ingrained in our culture. Like, I mean, selling pussy is the oldest form of employment by women. We do it. We can do it. Mm-hmm. There's somebody out there willing to buy it. We're willing to sell it. There's some people out there willing to sell it. That's the oldest profession among women. I think it is the least respected profession. And it doesn't take no creativity to do this. You've been given this. And now you choose to sell it, you no longer, it's priceless. I mean, I'm telling you, the moment you take $1 for it, the moment somebody gives you $20 for some head, then you sold it. Now, I'm not saying if you got a Gucci bag. I'm not saying after a good. Anyway. I'm not saying after a good running relationship you get a Gucci bag, you selling it. But if somebody say, I'm giving you this for this, you're selling it. You're selling it. I'm not talking about flights. I'm not talking about vacations. I'm not talking about buying a wedding ring. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about the minute somebody hands you money for just that act alone, you're selling it.
So what you think about the girls that after you hit, they ask you for some money like
no.
a day or two later? Like,
no, you gave it to me. You shouldn't have gave it to me. That's like, still selling it, you know what I mean?
If you could get some pussy from me, you could give me some money. I think that's...
As a woman, I do believe this. Now, I've been raised with a lot of strong black women, and I only know how to be strong. I believe, like, things of maintenance is your responsibility. Hair, nails, whatever, that's your responsibility. I believe before you met somebody, your lights was being paid, your rent was being paid, your car note, whatever Absolutely. You got being paid, it's been paid before you met them. That is now nothing new. So when you meet somebody and you lay with them, that's no longer their responsibility. That's still your responsibility. And if they choose to help out, they help out. But you got to cover home always first. You can't be wishing upon, I hope this nigga got enough money to pay this bill. No, stop shopping. Stay out of the clubs and pay your damn bills. Then you ain't got to sell no pussy.
What you think about this? The new side chicks, the ones that's talking. They talking.
Well, evidently they've broken the rule of side chicks. Side chicks supposed to be quiet.
Quiet. Your papa, he had a side chick. She
I don't
lived
know.
right down the block. Right down the block.
And I think you lose your leverage when you start talking too. A side chick, you that quietness give you leverage. And once you start talking, you lose that leverage. Who you gonna tell? You told everybody now. She knows, you know, now what? You can't get no money from it. There's no blackmail involved. Everybody knows.
You know why I think that?
Didn't they have a TV show called Side Chicks before?
I don't know.
That's awful. I mean, that's
But you
awful.
know what I think got them to talking? Corinne Steffens. Superhead. She was the first. She wrote a whole book exposing everybody.
I've never read it. I've never read it either,
but she made a lot of money off that.
I saw the video several times.
Which one?
That one when she's spitting on.
On Mr. Marcus when she made him run. First of all, Mr. Marcus, listen, sir. You're a professional. He ran. You ran from that. I disagree.
My heart's delight.
She did that though. That technique was awesome. I ain't had it. But
I seen the video, and also I think like Bill Cosby. But it's crazy for me when Matt Lauer decides to interview Bill Cosby doing his sting, and he didn't self-check, didn't self-reflect. This is happening to somebody else and not me. Like, yo, that's it. Martin Luther King said, "Injustice anywhere is threatened justice everywhere." Right. You think that's injustice? It's coming for your ass.
But he ain't think nobody was gonna snitch on him.
And come home and say you done lost your job at NBC as an anchor because you want some pussy. I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe it. It's so hard for me to believe this. I'm not surprised though. Honestly, as a woman, I'm not surprised. I mean, I figured it's just a matter of time that everybody get got. It's so sad to say. I
didn't follow the story as closely, but was there any evidence, or she just came out and said, you know, he sexually harassed me?
Well, they said prior to this one lady coming out, somebody else has a few claims, and NBC said they under new management, and nobody from the new management knew about the old problems. But I'm thinking somebody of that account, somebody who is on NBC, you best have your evidence. You best have your shit together, because you're trying to take the head off the beast. And when we trying to take the head off a beast, you gotta be legit. You gotta know what you're talking about. You gotta have evidence, and you gotta back this up. So I guess whatever she had was bulletproof.
Okay. Don't be out here false claiming though, because it may get bad for the people who stuff really happened to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what's bad. I think that's what's bad about it when people say it and it don't really happen. But I don't think it loses validity for people who it happens to. Right. And it happens to so many women, and it takes them so many years to come out with it. It's horrible when somebody comes and force their being on you.
You think it's more shame, or what do you think?
It's shame. It's weighing what you have at home. You know what I mean? It's a lot. You know what I mean? You're talking about somebody's career here. They got bills to pay too, and I risk paying my bills, or I just keep quiet about it. I just avoid him and keep quiet about it. You know what I mean? Those type of things women wear. You know, it ain't just like I know it's wrong. I think they know it's wrong. And for the women who come out like years later, I don't think they seeking nothing. Like Beverly Johnson, when she came out from Bill Cosby, she not seeking nothing. She just want to give validity to what the girls have been saying about. Maybe I wasn't sure enough to come out, or maybe at the time when this happened to me, it wasn't a great time in my life personally to come out. But since this girl is coming out and this happens to me, I want to be like, yeah, I know what she's saying. I'm going to amen her story. I don't want nothing from it, but I just want to know that this shit is running rampant. And it needs to stop. Yo, it has to stop. It has to.
Yeah, I think that's something that needs to really be addressed. But like them side chicks, like them ones that came out on Tiger Woods, you bitches.
Y'all want money.
They ruined Tiger's whole career over that.
Ain't been on the PGA since.
Ain't been right. Ain't been right since.
Talk about a comeback. Comeback from where?
I'm like, but how you all? It was like 30 of them or more.
Right.
And y'all all snitching?
Or even like Kevin Hart. What was so disappointing about Kevin Hart's wife or fiance who was pregnant? She said it's come with the territory. Not for me.
No.
Not for me. No.
I can't.
No.
I will say this because I've heard famous women say the same. I heard Monique say that because they getting that they throwing at them on the road
to
too.
me. Listen to me.
Do you just take it?
I've never given my man a free pass. You are not allowed to cheat on me. I'm not saying it come with the territory. I'm not saying people ain't throwing it at you, but you're not allowed. So, obey me.
What you going Jackie Christie him and be on the road?
No.
All the time with them? Because Jackie don't play that shit. She be right on Doug hip, like, I'll be at your home with you.
I mean, and it comes to a point of trust. You know what I mean? Like, you can't always be with somebody 24 hours a day. And that's how you build
unless
trust.
you Jackie Christie.
Well, I don't have that. I don't have that luxury.
She crazy as hell, though, but shout out to Jackie Christie because she whooped Rick Fox ass with Doug Christie in that tunnel. She wasn't playing. So she got her man's back on a numerous levels.
I get it.
She batshit crazy, though. God dang.
I mean, holding somebody accountable, that's not my job. That's not in my job description. I didn't go to school for it. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to search through nobody's phone. I'm not that tight. I'm from South Carolina, I said before. And back in South Carolina, they said, what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get the news. Now, when you get the news, you have to decide what you're going to do with the news. And I heard Dr. Phil say before, trust yourself. That whenever you get the news, it's non-negotiable for you that you're going to do what it's supposed to do. When I get the news, I'm politely picking my shit up and I'm leaving. I'm not, no arguments. There's nothing to be had. No sorries. I know you're sorry. And I love you dearly. But however, for my own sanity, I can't.
So do you think it's possible to be 100% monogamous? I mean, don't flirt with anybody.
Yes, I am. What are you talking about?
100% monogamous, Modesty?
What we talking about? I think I do think it. I think that you're. I think
not even light flirting, just
light flirting. No, I don't flirt. I'm 100%.
All right, Skylar.
I don't. I mean, I've been fishing. I've been in the pond. I've been clubbing. I've been taking numbers before. This feels so good. I mean, to find somebody who love you, for you and only you, and you don't got no info.
Cut off. When you think people need to, when it's time to stop with the bullshit, it's time to stop fishing and fucking around. When you think that, I don't think
it's a cutoff time. I think it's the person you meet that makes you cut off. Listen, I rekindled some flames back with Skylar, my love glass, and it was never
to you, Skylar.
It was never once said, but when you got somebody doing everything for you and asking nothing of you in return but yourself. I mean, but just yourself and your honesty? Oh, okay, let me start. You ain't got to tell me.
Amen.
I'm a one-woman's man.
Amen.
I fished before, I know. Good catch.
That fishing is...
I'm yours, baby.
Now, let's talk about the theoretical cookout. We've had the racial draft, where we've traded a few of our people. Ray Lewis, you had to go.
And Raven Simone, right? We
traded Raven away a long time ago. I think we drafted Eminem. What's the
and the dude, the comedian.
Yeah, the comedian. It's two of them though.
What's his name?
Michael Rappaport. I think we got him.
And the dude be like trailer wide.
Then we ain't get Michael Rappaport.
Gary Owens.
Yeah, we got Gary. Look, you all right with me, Gary? You all right with me?
We bang with you. However, you can't say nigga, nigga, none of that shit.
So recently, a Facebook celebrity, Mr. Dan Rudin, the man, he had a little video come out where he said, "Nigga," he did issue an apology. He did. But what are your thoughts on those folks who we've drafted and invited to the cookout? Saying
my thoughts on apologies. My father always told me, you can apologize for the words you say, but you can never take them back.
Amen.
Be cautious of what you let slip out your mouth. First. Two, you can't do it. You can't do it. I can't go to no Asian and say nothing racial slur to no Asian and think I'm in. I don't know the culture of minorities, and we can say we minorities, and I'm cool with that. But me and you, we can say we niggas. I mean, because both we cut from the same cloth.
Right.
You can't. That's like somebody coming in your family life, and y'all got a word for your family, whatever your word is. Mine's is peeps. And they come in my house and be like, we peeps. all my peeps gonna be like, nah, shawty, we ain't peeps, we peeps. You know what I mean?
You think we probably the only culture that gives other people a pass to call us what's deemed a racial slur?
Well, let me tell you this. I don't give nobody a pass to call me shit.
Because I've never heard of like Asians, they got black friends. Oh, you can call me a chink?
Right.
You know?
Right.
You friends with white people. Oh, it's cool. Call me cracker. It's cool. You know, I've never heard of that. I feel like we may be the only race who would theoretically give people a pass. But I don't understand why it's so enticing to say the word nigga to everybody else.
Because it's a forbidden word. Anything, it's like the apple and Adam and Eve. It's forbidden. Once it's forbidden, people they're gonna try their hand at it.
But chink, wetback, peggerwood, all of those are forbidden words. Why is nigga so slurs. Enticing?
I don't know racial slurs.
I've always been curious about that. Why is nigga just so enticing to everybody? Like,
because
remember the scene in White Chicks when they was in the car, and it was like, oh, we say that part of the song.
Right. But see, I think what the problem becomes in at is, you know, when we start using loosely in rap and associating our friends with. Now I'm an avid user of the word nigga. No one's gonna change it. I don't care about that funeral they had with the NAACP. I don't care. I'm gonna use it. It's a word. You can't take it back away. And I think when we use it to lessen its power and we use it amongst people and try to make it something good amongst our black race to use it, that's one thing. But it still carries the history of being called a nigger. And I'm from South Carolina, and I know how it feels when your dad get pulled over by the police and they call him a nigger in front of your kid's face.
And that's with that that
I know how it feels when you're a man and your kids in your car and you got to get them home and the police pull you over and he call you a nigga and you get in the car and you can't explain it to your kids. I seen the look on a grown-ass man face. The first man I ever fall in love with, I seen that shit on his face. And fuck that. Ain't nobody calling me no damn nigga. Fuck that. My daddy don't walk through it. My daddy done been through it for me. I be damned. I'm not giving nobody a pass. Matter of fact, I have no white friends. None. I don't care if they can count me. Listen to me and listen to me well. I have no white friends. I've never dated out of my race. Now, I never went and got drinks. I never did none of it. I've never been on a date to see how it was. I'm loyal to a fault. The first man I fell in love was a black man. It was my father. I could never cheat on him, ever. I'm not allowing somebody to call me that. No.
I had some white friends. They buy drinks. Listen.
Oh, well.
White people, you just can't say nigga.
I don't have no white friends.
Listen, it's certain parts of my world that you'll never understand. And that's one of them. You can't say that shit.
Because the impact of slavery is still real. People think that
absolutely
because it's no ropes and there's no chain and no shackles and there's nobody hanging from the tree, that slavery don't exist. It still exists.
Oh, you know they trying to take that shit out the history books now.
They can't. I won't allow it.
It's out the history books that you are now an indentured servant.
An indentured servant, I mean to tell you because I know I'm a history major, means that you can buy your way to freedom.
Wasn't no buying your way to no freedom.
Meaning if you owe somebody some money, you can be an indentured servant to them until a point where that money is paid off and y'all even and you can get your freedom back. Slavery is not that. Slavery is there's no end to it. You don't get no compensation for it. There's no end to it. You live in less minimum housing, minimum food. You're not educated.
You are property. You are less than the animals on the property.
Yes. I don't know how many of y'all saw Roots, but we need to start showing our kids Roots again.
Hey, listen, it was worse than Roots. Roots was mild compared to what actual slavery was.
I took my daughter to the Reggie Lewis Museum. Well, we took our daughter to the Reggie Lewis Museum. And when we took our daughter to the Reggie Lewis Museum, she cried. She's 5. And she says, I can't believe them people didn't have no wash machine to wash them clothes. So then, of course, we just sampled the Reggie Lewis Slavery Museum because we was going to take her to the African American Museum here in D.C. We took her there, and we couldn't even go to the Emmett Till display because we know she's gonna cry. But look, she's 5 and we're exposing her to it. Like, all right, it's a bit much, but we're gonna take our time because we're gonna know What we gonna learn? We gonna learn our history. We gonna know. I don't care if the books write it out. I don't give a fuck what the books write. Parenting comes in, and you gonna know my history. She gonna know I came from 2 blue collar workers from South Carolina, and I fight my way through undergrad. I fought my way here, and I fought my way through my master's program. She gonna know where it comes from. She gonna know that life is not easy. You get luxury items. I guarantee you get luxury items, but life is not always like that for everyone else. You gonna have to know that. You gonna have to learn that. So I don't care what they write out of no history books. My daughter gonna get it.
That circle back to our original topic. That sexual assault and stuff, that some of that stems from slavery too.
Oh, most definitely.
You know, my light skinned brothers and sisters out here in these
Right,
streets.
and I mean, even if I mean, think about this, and it's the ultimate sacrifice of a woman. I sacrifice my body so my kids can be free. Listen, being a mother, and I know men say they're a father. I get it. I totally get it. I get what a good father looks like. I get what a good father sacrifice. But the moment you find out you're pregnant, there's no more alcohol for you. There's no more smoking. You make that sacrifice the moment you're pregnant. Now, men get a chance to choose when they tell people they have somebody pregnant. Women, we don't get that choice. The minute we walk in and we look pregnant, we pregnant. Everybody in the room know.
That's that new mentality, though. Like, to be a actual father, there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with that. A whole lot of sacrifice.
And you will sacrifice your body for your kids. I mean, I would jump in a
but they
bullet.
was sacrificing in slavery. That was a lot. Like when they talking about they gonna fuck you in front of your wife and your kids.
You gonna fuck me or you gonna fuck my daughter?
No, they gonna fuck you.
I mean, that's a choice I'm making in my head. I'm weighing this out as either me or my daughter. Take me. Take me. I think it's if you ever read the Willie Lynch letters, I think it's a well-written piece to understand the manhood of black people. How they say that they get the strongest black man and beat him to an inch of his life. Don't you know that a black man leads his woman? I mean, I love it when I'm with my man. I don't think at all. Like, what? Tell me when to cross the streets, baby. Look both ways? Oh, okay. I mean, I love the fact that I can lean on him for understanding. I love the fact that he's never going to take me and my daughter into a way that is dangerous. I love the fact that he's always calculating. He got to sit with his face. We got to take the tables, and me and my daughter got to sit with our backs turned to the door because he got to see the door. Anything break out, we got to leave here. I love that. And it takes somebody who I love leading me and beat them to the inch of their life. That takes all of his pride. I'm not for that shit. I'm not for that. Like, I think the Willie Lynch letters is right. You do it. You make slaves mentally. You don't make them physically. You break them mentally. You show them the strongest man on this plantation. Your husband can't save you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
that's
this
what they
from
did
you
with
in
the
front of your
welfare
husband.
system too.
Yeah.
They took the man directly out the home, took his pride. You can no longer be there for your wife and your children. You can't be there if they going to receive this assistance. And they took the head of the household out, and now we've got pure dysfunction out this motherfucker.
Right. I mean, I've said this for years. I don't need nobody running around telling me they're a man. I don't want that. I want you to show me. Show me so well that I get me and my daughter in line. Oh, let's get in line. Let's follow him. I need a leader. Screw a man, fuck a man, all of that.
Because we all got penises.
I need somebody to lead me. And lead me like I want to be lead me and my daughter in the way of right. Don't try to lead us down a road that I don't want to travel down. Lead me down a road of honesty. I'm trying to raise a lady here, and it's hard. It's hard out here trying to raise a lady out here. I know you understand that when everybody out here is selling their body, they think they're worth what their body is. I think that you're worth what you have in your head mentally. I think women, we devalue ourselves because we can think about how we can please somebody. But we don't spend enough time in pleasing ourselves and what mentally we can bring to a relationship. Everybody think they got the best pussy.
Listen, it was a post on Facebook today, and the brother was speaking the absolute truth. It's a whole lot of y'all pretty women out here, and we love y'all, banging bodies and all that. But if that's all the fuck you bring to the table, baby, that's just gonna run out.
Listen,
it's just gonna run out.
Yo, let me tell you something. I try to take care of all his needs, but there won't be no problems.
You can't iron out this motherfucker. You can't cook.
Right.
You can't encourage a man.
You can't listen
You
to
know,
my problem.
yeah, you can't. No, you got to bring more than a pretty face and some good pussy to the table. Cause
I mean, because
it's
after
a
the
lot of
first
wet
night,
box
you
out
know,
here.
what's
It's a lot of wet box out this motherfucker. You know, I didn't.
I think and when you're talking about in a pool of dating, I mean, for the reasons why, I say for myself, for the reason why there are a lot of men just looking to hit. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of people who are less interested in what you thinking than what your body look like and what you can offer them. Those are the reasons why I got weeded out a lot in dating. One date and it was over with. Because I was on some other shit. I was on some, let's talk about how we going to make this world better. How we going to save the world? What we can do together? How we going to build from this? How you look in 10 years? What you trying to do? And when they don't have any answers to those things, it's just like, yo, you're wasting my time. Like, you seriously wasting my time, and I don't want to waste anyone's time. I don't want nobody to waste my time. But there's so many women who's empty, and they meet brothers who are empty too, and they looking for that. And it's low self-esteem on both parts. Because men, you think about, I can hit as many people I want to hit. That doesn't make your that don't make you great.
It doesn't.
Women, it don't make you great either. We try to keep our mileage low, whatever. How you gonna keep your mileage low when some people keeping their mileage high?
I think that just that
everybody should try to keep their
culture
mileage low.
though. It's been the culture. You know what I mean? And that's as a man, that's what's pushed upon you. You know, try to hit as many as you can or whatever. And every woman's different. So you like, man, I wonder what she like. I wonder what she sucked dick. Like, I wonder what that. And you get like that. But brothers, you know, y'all wind up having these kids. Some of y'all wind up catching these diseases. You gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Like, be careful. Watch yourself. You know. You gotta try to take care of yourselves too.
I was always bringing more to the table. Don't worry about what I do.
But you can't bring.
That's minimal.
You always know what it is up front. At least I do. I know what it is up front. I know whatever you really try and build, and I know how much of myself to expose to you.
That's true.
Because I can't be, I can't be that lead to every woman. You know, Skylar couldn't be that lead to every woman. He couldn't before you.
True.
But he found you, and all right, and you trust his leadership. So it's a different bond that y'all had than he had with anybody else. So that changes the relationship. You know what I mean? So
you're right, because when I was dating, I wasn't so exposed. I'm a spectator. I'm a people watcher. So I would go on dates and just watch and listen. What you talking about? And you keep saying I. You selling yourself. This is not a job interview. It's not a job interview. This is not where I'm trying to take my life. And it came more serious after I remember you're young, you know what I mean? But it came very more serious when I had my kid. Like, what can I mean, literally, I would close my eyes and be like, can I imagine myself with my kid in my house cooking dinner with this dude? And if I couldn't, I know I had to leave. Because I know I know the environment I want to raise my daughter. And then I thought, like, one moment it hit me and said, why don't you deserve that? Why you gotta be only based on your daughter? Like, why can't it be just based on what you want?
I ain't gonna lie though, the kids
Serious,
definitely influenced that. I don't know. I know what dating looked like before my daughter. I know what it looks like now.
People talking in before Christ and after Christ. I talking before Kennedy, after Kennedy.
Yeah,
before
it's
Kennedy,
real.
I don't know. I was a mess then.
Cause you gotta be able to. You have to mesh with this other human being that's already here. That is my main responsibility. That's not going nowhere.
Ever.
You're temporary. Ever. You can't be replaced. Don't listen to Beyonce shit. She did tell you you're irreplaceable. You're not irreplaceable. Excuse me, but like my daughter not going nowhere. So if I can't see a future with you where you compliment her and you compliment me, there's a disconnect there.
I think and I also think it's hard for single people coming in without kids at all.
Yeah, I feel for y'all too, cause they don't understand.
It's a different path, because parenting makes you a different person, and when they tap into that. Man, it's amazing. I mean, listen, I don't want to be on my high horse talking about how much in love I am. I don't.
Go ahead, tell these people about Skylar, because you tell us all the motherfucking time.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to make this about me. But when somebody is happy and really understand, because it is what, if I love you, I love what you love. I don't really like football. I mean, I watch football. I'm pretty good at watching football. Skylar loves football. Loves it. I watch it. I'm able by now. I know when the defense is on the line. I know when they messed up. I know basic football stuff, and I know when a play is good. I know when a play is good. I know when it's money. I know about the spread too, baby. I know about all of that. But I love what he loved. You know, he loved this. I love this. I love Kennedy. He loved Kennedy. Yo, you can't ask for nothing more than that. Like, I don't come in here trying to save nobody. Don't come here bringing no gifts. None of that. If you give somebody your pure self, everybody will see it. And it stands the test of time, too, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
Don't come here trying to buy us.
Don't bring your representative. Don't bring your wallet and shit. You know, I don't want that. I need to know who you are at the end of the day.
Right. And so I think when we talking about sexual harassment, this time is back. If you know who you are before you step in that office and you're not wavering, you know your boundaries before you step in the office, you're not wavering, you won't have this problem.
That's a hard pill, though. Say it's 50 million or something on the line.
Once you put a price on something, all you gotta
do is take that dick.
Once you put a price on something that's priceless, it's no longer priceless.
Yeah,
it can be bought over and over again. So 50 million from then, and the next person can pay 50 million too, and now you hoeing yourself out.
So what you think is your integrity has to stand
above
all else?
I think so. Well, I should say how I've been raised. I can't speak for anybody else, but how I've been raised, your integrity stands for you. Your word is your word. Whatever you have committed to yourself, you're committed to yourself, and you have to stick by it. Because it's a hard pill to swallow at the middle of the night when you in the room by yourself and there's nothing playing and you up.
Amen. Yeah.
You got to deal
with yourself.
You got to deal with yourself. It's a miserable feeling when you disappoint yourself. But let's talk about the new Black Princess. Yeah.
Listen, Prince Harry. She fine though, bro. Congratulations.
Yes, honey.
Congratulations. The white people, they getting the fine. They done got Serena. They ain't got Eve. Prince Harry done got this little one right here.
Oh yeah.
She nice looking though, man. She's a nice looking young. They are bashing the hell out of her on social media though.
Yes. I'm saying, only thing I'm trying to tell you, if you was gonna go in on me, you can go in on me because I got a nice chocolate daughter with me. I come with a chocolate shorty. If you're trying to get with me, they're gonna be talking shit about me, and I had a baby out of wedlock. Get it?
Listen,
I don't care.
She is about to be royalty. They are upset right now.
And imagine them white girls who dated Henry before and they couldn't get him to marry him.
He done skeeted in your mouth.
You don't know
and that. You will never get the crown.
You don't know that. Don't
listen,
say that.
White girl swallow. Shout out to the white girls.
Look, I don't have any white friends. I told you that from the beginning. I don't have.
You might have to get you a white friend or two.
I don't know nobody because they get this talking stupid and get drunk and say the wrong word. Then it's a fight. You know what I mean? I just know how I am.
You gotta get.
Yeah, where can I meet white friends
at? I say the same thing. Listen, I was supposed to go to Princeton. I couldn't because I wasn't ready for the culture shock. I'm from D.C., straight out the projects. I wasn't ready to be called nigga on a college campus.
Listen, we went to...
because I was going to get kicked out.
I live in Prince George's County. And in D.C., where we see black people, I mean, it's just plentiful. We just... Everywhere you look, you see somebody. Everywhere you look, you see a nigga. Just because we talk about
everywhere.
It.
You know what I mean?
We went to Delaware and stepped in Delaware, and we was like, what? They made white people?
I figured that out when I got to Texas. Like it's actually almost like a status symbol, almost like, oh yeah, let me go get me a white girl.
What's that song by and I got a white girl and she's soft as cotton? You know
oh, I don't know whose song that is. But I done been with a few
glorifying
white women.
Having a white girl.
I done been with a few white women before, but it is what it is, you know. But it's. Ain't that like a sister though.
I'm telling you. Listen, I'm telling you, ain't like nobody waking up with an attitude in the morning time. Just because I woke up and I had a bad dream, and you gonna get it. But I'm still gonna cook you this lunch for lunch. I'ma still text you.
Listen, don't wake up with this attitude, please. Don't leave that.
I had a bad dream.
Just tell me about the motherfucking bad dream. Don't wake up with this attitude.
Or you just wake up with an attitude. I mean, but you know, I'm gonna take care of you though.
That's a bad stereotype of black women. Though. Listen, all black women do not have a fucking attitude.
Yes, we do.
No, y'all don't. You know what I mean? It's black, and I think it's a defense mechanism. A lot of the times, black women are some of the most caring, most sensitive, most nurturing creatures you'll ever run into in your life. Shout out to my mama. You know what I mean? Shout out to Keisha. I've
we
met
calling names now?
Yes,
You name
absolutely.
calling? You name dropping?
Absolutely. Look, I've met some really phenomenal.
Shout out to
Like,
Venus.
shout out to
then.
A. Nicole. You know what I mean? She's down for the call. I know some really phenomenal black. Shout out to my homegirl Aaliyah.
When we named up, don't skip my name now. Don't
Modesty, because she be taking good care of Skylar. Shout out Miss Jones, because we know what she do. With
the toenails and shit.
Look, you know it's certain. Don't believe
I just
stereotypes.
Think,
Don't believe
I just think
stereotypes.
that I think for years that black men assume that they can get them a black woman, and that's a bad assumption. Because we're not going for black men. I mean, I love the fact that my man is a black man. I love that shit. But I'm not going to any black man. It's like going to a black-owned business. I'm not going to lower my expectation of a restaurant because
it's a black
walked into a black-owned business, right? I still want my tea to come out timely. I want my food to come out timely. I'll tip, whatever. I try my best to patronize black businesses. But however, don't get it twisted. I can go some other places. And I think with black men, take it for granted that, every black man or black woman want a black man. No, we want a leader. In whatever form he comes in, we want a leader. I pray and thank God mine came in the form of a black male, but it don't really matter. We want a leader. We want somebody to lead. We inherently want somebody to lead us. I'm tired of paying these bills on my time. I need somebody to take my paycheck and divvy out my money that I can spend to me. How much it costs to be in this relationship?
What do you think of this hell of I've seen a hell of a double standard, when Serena got with her white dude, shout out to Serena. She got her $1 billion and she doing her thing. It was like, go Serena, but and when you as a black man, you go pick up Becky.
Listen, I'm biased. I'm for every black woman who find him a white man. Oh, I love that shit. I don't care if I'm in Costco and I see I don't care if I'm in Costco and I see a black man with a white woman. Did you even try?
Is that why is that though? I still don't understand that phenomenon. Like when you see your sister with a white man, it's like niggas was fucking up. You know what I mean? But you see a dude with a black or with a white girl, you weak motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't explain it.
That.
I can't explain it, and I will understand why men feel a certain way about it. But I can't explain it. But if I see a nigga in Costco, I'll be like, look at him. He lost. He's so lost. But if I see a black woman, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, she found her somebody else. Because I don't get that.
What's the difference?
Because I believe that women looking for leaders. They looking for somebody to lead them and their family. They're looking for somebody who's going to look out for their best interests. I think black men looking for somebody who white, and I married me a white girl. Because that's that song say I got a white girl. She saw the sky.
What do you? That's all you think they're looking for. What do you think we look? And that's a hell of a question. What do you women think we are looking for in a woman?
I will hope. This is what I truly will hope. I will hope that you're looking for a woman who can mother your kids first, who can raise the shit out of some kids. I think that matters the most. But
before them, and this is where all marriages and shit go wrong. Listen, your relationship with your woman or your man comes first. I want you to be a strong. You just asked me
what I want. What
I know, but before the kids, though, say we ain't got no kids.
Okay,
what am I looking for in you?
Okay. I would want somebody. I will hope that black men or a man will look for somebody who values them, who believes in them.
Amen.
Who think they're strong, who backs it up with every action. Who calls you during the middle of the day or texts you during the middle of the day and be like, baby, you all right? I'm just checking on you. Because I try to make love to my man all day long. I make lunches, all type of shit.
When I tell you that,
I write you a note in your lunch.
You write notes and shit?
Yeah, I write notes in lunch. I don't play around. Nobody's going to impede.
Get y'all shit together. Look.
Yo, I wake up at 5:45. I don't have to wake up until like 6:30 to get to work on time. I wake up at 5:45 or 5:30. I got to make sure I take care of my peeps. I mean, I write notes in lunches. I'll send you some flowers every once in a while. Not often, but I'll send you some shit at your job to be like, what? I love you, boo.
That's taking care of that, man. You taking care of his mental,
I
too.
I try my best.
Ain't nothing like a, baby, you all right?
And the physical come with it, though. I think once you take care of somebody mentally, you know what they want physically, and you harness that, and you please each other because you're pleasing each other mentally. It's nothing better than being in love with somebody mentally and physically. That's the bomb. That's awesome. Yeah, every night is a good night at my house.
Look, you gotta take care of the black man's mental, please, and y'all gotta take care of y'all woman's mental too. Yeah, I do, but most definitely that's what we looking for. That's what we looking for. We looking for that support. We looking for that mental support. Somebody that's appreciative. You know what I mean? Some of y'all motherfuckers don't appreciate shit.
I appreciate you. I'll tell you why I'm thankful for you. I'll tell you why this is why I'm thankful for you. Thank you because you do this. Thank you because when my car ran out of gas, the only person I had to call was you, and you picked me up with my gas can.
Listen,
I love you, baby.
Absolutely. It was what was it? I was watching some shit on Facebook. This girl kept calling her friend. She got a whole man. Every time she needs some help moving, she's sick. She needs some medicine. She calling this man. Why the hell you ain't calling your man?
Right.
Why you ain't calling him? That's supposed to be the first person you call.
as a strong woman, it's hard to be the first person you pick up as your dude. But like now,
Who you want me to call?
I don't call nobody else but him.
You want me to call my friend? You want me to call Eddie?
Call me.
Look, boo, Bestie, I need you to give me something. You want me to call you because you my wife? Exactly.
I should be your first call. Call me first. You're my first call.
Before I call my mama,
you're my lifeline.
Yeah. Calling you.
You know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You have lifelines. My first lifeline is you. My first lifeline. If I'm in trouble, I don't care if I ain't got no business. I don't care if I'm somewhere I ain't got no business being. My first lifeline is you. I memorize your phone number.
Absolutely.
In the age of cell phones, who memorize phone numbers? I memorize your phone number.
Absolutely. Before I call my mom, I should be able to call you.
Right. You should.
You know what I mean? Up front, I should be able to.
But
call
it has
you.
to be a level of honesty there too, though. I mean, it has to be a level of honesty. I mean, sometimes I feel like my sister's in a relationship where it seems like it's building towards being a committed relationship, and every once in a while he reminds her this is not a committed relationship. But my sister pick his kid up from school. My sister do this, my sister do that, and I'm like, yo, if your actions and his actions and he's saying something different, listen to him. Maya Angelou said, when somebody show you who they are the first time, listen, believe it. Don't keep making excuses. Don't keep saying why. You believe it the first fucking time. We justify people's actions. Oh, he only doing this because blah, blah, blah. He couldn't get away. No. When I call, he get away. Because I ain't calling about no foolishness either.
I'm a firm believer that people gonna do what they want for who they want when they want. You know, nobody's ever too busy. Nobody ever don't just have, you know what I mean? Like, people that make a way for the shit that they want to do and for the people that they want to do it for. So, you know, if you get in that short end and you got a lot, they don't fuck with you. It is what it is. You got to accept that. That's a hard pill to swallow, but, you know, people do what they want for who they want when they want.
I do think, like, women, we get stuck on, he said this, he said that, but you should do some self-reflection and figure out what went wrong in this relationship. What did I do? How did I contribute to this?
Oh, that's both sides.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody ready to blame the other person.
Yeah, but you should stop blaming and get to a point where you start self-reflecting and saying, how did I contribute to this? What could have I done to make this better? What could have I done to not send it down this road? So when you get that right, man, because it's different, because Skylar showed his face more than one time in my life and I wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally ready. I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't at all. I honestly say I wasn't ready for it. But ready looks like a different place. When you're ready for it, you've already healed yourself and you know what life has for you and you know what you're looking for and you can really express it to somebody else. Because nobody knows what you want but yourself, and you can't tell nobody what you want unless you can tell yourself what you want.
Yeah, that's called maturity, really being honest with yourself, acknowledging your faults, acknowledging, where you was fucking up, because we all do. It's easy to point out the next person's flaws and they wasn't giving this to me, they wasn't doing this, and they did. That's easy. It's a hard motherfucker to look at yourself in the mirror. Yeah,
because I think I'm perfect. I mean? I really think I'm like, I'm great to be in a relationship with, but sometimes
we all got that fuck shit with us. Some of us more than others. But we all got some shit we need to work on. You know what I mean? We do. You know what I mean? Everybody come with some bullshit.
Yes.
If you think you don't, you really got.
That's why you haven't self-reflect, because you think you don't. You know what I mean? It's hard for you to realize that you do have flaws and you coming with stuff. Because I think I am perfect, girl. But then I realize I have some flaws and I got things I need to come to terms with. And how do you expect somebody who loves you and accept those type of things from you when you're not ready yourself? You got to be ready for this. What's that song by India Arie? I'm ready for love. You gotta be ready for love.
Yeah,
you can't
that
keep
song is
wishing
shit,
for.
though. That song
You
is
can't
shit.
keep wishing for love. Damn, my mic's slipping off and shit.
Don't break the equipment.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just be wanting love. You gotta be ready for that shit.
And a lot of people jump out there knowing they not ready. You gotta take your time. Don't put another person in a bad position knowing that you ain't ready for this shit, man.
Yeah, that's kind of misleading when you lead somebody on and they're in love with you and you're not in love with them. I know how that feeling is too. I'm not in the business of liking nobody more than they like me, or in the business of loving somebody more than they love me. I love myself first. I honor myself first. And then when I'm whole, I can give you a piece of me. But if I'm never whole, I can't give nobody nothing of me. Parenting-wise, education-wise, relationship-wise, if you're not fixed, you're not a finished product, you can't give nobody something of you.
You never gonna be a finished product.
Well, you got to be close to finish.
You know, I can't say I'm a finished product. I think if you, at least you need to be at the point where you are being honest with yourself and self-reflecting and acknowledging, where you at fault at, because you never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna be a finished product, because life is about growing. If you ever think you finished growing, then it's time to die.
Not finished growing, but my dad is a carpenter. I think of terms of like, if you create a table, and a finished product of a table is whether a table can stand up and hold food on. That's a finished product. But you can go through and sand it and finish it and make it smoother. You can perfect upon it. When I say a finished product, you should be able to stand on your own. You don't need a man or you don't need a woman to help you stand and take care of your responsibility. That should be your primary goal. Maybe somebody come along with a sander and sand you off and make you shine a little bit more. But the product itself, the table itself, is already standing. You don't have to build a table no more. Like I could never help nobody write a resume. Like somebody asked me, but I'm trying to write a resume. What does that mean?
So don't come without your legs.
Right. Like Kanye West said, I ain't say she a gold digger, but she ain't fucking with no broke niggas. No. No.
And that's men too. Don't be looking to come up.
right.
Like for me, just
the pendulum swings
man,
both directions.
Because if you relying on her when she cut it off, what you gonna do?
Sell your body? You don't want to do that.
That's what you're doing in a relationship anyway. Selling her that dick so you can stay in the house. When it get to that point,
it's time to go. You selling yourself then. We selling yourself.
Let me make sure I fuck her real good and do this and do that so I can stay in this motherfucker. Because otherwise, I'm gonna be.
Because if you ain't got a house to go to, I'm sure you're putting your A game down.
You got to. You got to.
On a daily basis, though.
Well, she gonna push your ass out. You doing some shit around there, or she gonna put your ass out.
Some days I'm on my A plus game. Some days I'm on an A game. A B will get you there. I'm never on a C game, but
you want to do it because you want to.
I want to do it because I want
necessity.
to. Yeah, that makes a difference though.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Out of necessity makes a difference. It does make a huge difference.
When you feel like you slaving out this motherfucker, because let me go fuck her. Because if I don't, let me take her out real quick. Because if I don't, let me go tell her she look good. Because if I don't,
right,
that's a whole bitch right there.
My phone ringing on the side.
That's some good music though.
I don't even know who
that is.
Bill collector probably.
We gonna call you back.
No.
Yeah, that out of necessity. You want to do things because you want to. Go back to our first topic. You want to reach success because you earned it, not because right. I had to suck this dick, or I had to go and hit her from the back so she could promote me. You know what I mean? You want to reach things on your own terms, and when you gotta do things on other people's terms, it's a burden at that point. Yes, when you in love like Modestine and you writing notes and lunches and shit, and it ain't out of necessity.
I'm not dodging it. I'm in love.
You want to. That's a whole different animal. You know what I mean? So
it's no dodging the wreck. I'm in love. I'm committed to it. Listen, so let's talk about some takeaways from the day because we talk around the stuff and we talk a lot about what our opinions are, but let's talk about some takeaways. Some takeaways is you gotta do some self-reflection. You gotta heal yourself
every day.
You gotta work on being a better version of yourself every day. Because the old version, yesterday version, nothing. When you wake up the next day, it's never yesterday. It's always a new day. So you gotta work on making yourself better. And sometimes, I mean, if you're in a situation where you selling yourself, tomorrow might require you quit, but you can do less of it. You can do less of it and make yourself a better person. You need to think about, well, what heals you? What makes you a better person? What are your wants and what are your needs?
You
and how can this person
goals, man? You gotta have some goals for yourself. And I'm not just talking about financial goals. I'm not just talking about career goals, personal goals for yourself. Because we all should be striving to be better people every day.
I know sometimes we get caught up in our personal
day.
goal and our financial goals. We don't think about our personal health,
we don't.
And our personal mental health,
especially in the black community.
No,
we don't think
need
about our mental health or our emotional health.
I'd love to get a phone call, a text from my boyfriend and say, "How was your mental health? How was your mental health today?"
It's very important.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm
it's
doing
very
all right.
Important.
Yeah, you gotta check on your mental health.
Shout out to A. Nicole because she is a psychological.
Oh, she would have
loved
this. She would have loved this.
Listen, I need my black people. I need y'all to take y'all mental health and y'all emotional health a little more seriously.
Yes, because if you're mentally stable, you won't attract the dudes you're attracting. If you don't like the dudes you're attracting, if you're mentally stable and you're mentally fit,
you want to attract a lot of the stuff you're attracting, like just the friends, the energy that's coming in your life. You self-check. That's the number one thing that we all need to do. You got to self-check and be honest with yourself. If you lie to yourself, you'll lie to anybody.
Yes.
Oh.
Is that our time?
I think that's our time. Look, thank you for coming to Black Sauce. Hey, Nicole, we miss you, baby.
We miss you. Black Sauce, baby.
But we will see y'all next week. Peace and love.
And I'm coming back with the same glass next week. I don't care.
That's,
don't give me no black sauce. I'm going to take this one.
You gotta use the mug.